Thank you so much, Regina, for that particular report. We'll be also sharing various other stories that are making headlines in the world of business. But right now, we're getting into our interview portion, and we'll be focusing on the Zuri Awards, of course, which will be held in the coming days. We do anticipate that particular award. Joining us to tell us about, even aside from that particular award, in terms of supporting women in this particular sector, you do know that the International Women's Day is just around the corner. It is on the 8th of March, 2025. Joining us is Christine Curry, Program Officer, Ministry at the Ministry of Public Service. Christine, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
And maybe we start on that note, Christine. You do know that 8th of March is nearly here.
Yes.
We'll be celebrating women not just in this particular country, but across the globe. What has, especially from this ministry, what have you done for women in this country?
Well, a lot, but very specifically, the liaison that we have is really to support any other people who come aboard with an agenda for women, specifically to just ensure that there's sustainable initiatives that women get to start across board, wherever they may be, grassroots, nationally, regionally. So we there's a whole realm of support that is offered just to ensure that the particular segment of women and also girls who have any initiatives, that from our front we are able to just support them very, very strongly. Yes.
And in terms of entrepreneurship, given that is very key with these awards that you always give, entrepreneurship, when it comes to women, we know people have been saying it is a male-dominated sector. How have you motivated women to go into that particular sector?
That's a very good question. And 8 years ago, when those whole brainchild came out from Zuri, was really to look at that space in the terms of women are doing so much in their own spaces, from their homes, from their communities. And so Zuri thought, what about bringing a platform where this woman can be able to access channels whereby whatever it is they're doing can be out there, accessible to many in terms of partnership, grants, and just even programs to do with motivation, just to make sure that they're on track. So from that realm, then Zuri ensures that that platform is made available to women of this country more specifically, just to make them more aware that there is support that they need whenever they are doing their initiatives. There is mentorship programs, there is an access to awards and partnerships that are out there, which most of them actually, from the time we start walking the journey with them, have no idea. Until Zuri comes along, earmarks them for whatever sectors, which we have many really. As we go on, we have almost 16 sectors where we support women across the grassroots to just raise them up and ensure that they are being sustainable in what they do.
Given that you are aiding all those sectors we've just talked about, what are some of the challenges you're witnessing so far?
Yes, most of the time, women face a financial challenge, access to finance for whatever it is that they're doing, because at any one point, there will some economic perspective will emerge from what they're doing, regardless whether, for example, it's humanitarian, and those who go out to reach out to other people in one way or another, whether it is through transportation, their logistics, and even reach. And even like the way you're having us here, it's just one of the platforms that, again, that kind of challenge, which all revolve around finance of some sort, is really what is major when it comes to women and their initiatives.
And what are some of the key recommendations have you put forth to address some of those challenges you're talking about?
Oh, there's been a lot over the years. So for example, women have always been encouraged. I said we have mentorship programs. So in those programs, then we will look at what it is that you're doing. What initiatives are this that women have come up with? So given your initiatives, we'll ask, so how do you intend? Or we look at it from a scalable aspect. We are here now, 5 years, where do you want to be? Help them out through strategic plans. Very carefully take them through to how growth is achievable. If this is solely on, say, most people in their initiatives right now from who come to Zuri are really starting as they just seek out to help and empower other women or other people in their community. So we asked to them, okay, so if this was available to you or these openings were available to you, we can expand that particular scope of how you do it and we link them up with very many partners. There's so many people out there who are waiting to just see what people are doing for each others and for their own livelihoods. Very specifically, all this is in coordination with the Sustainable Development Goal number 5 for empowerment and equality for all women and young young girls. Yes.
And of course, given that we're coming to the end of this particular interview session, going forward, what have you also done, especially in motivating these young girls who are at the campus who are watching you right now, so that they can venture into those areas?
We have a whole set of impact analysis that we have right now that we actually seek out and bring out forth to many people who are involved in all this. So we actually have the nominations that are open every other year, that people can bring in their nominations, they can be nominated by other people, and also the impact level that is achievable right now. We're actually talking of over 92 nominees, over 200 awardees. We also have over 1,000 nominations. So that platform is huge, and there is more for just women. So there's that. We have social media handles and all these things. The social media is very good at this, to just make sure that that awareness comes out to all, especially what you have mentioned, those people at the universities who know that they need, who have things that they're doing. There's now a platform that we can use to channel all it is that they need done.
Now take a look at that camera. Give us your final remarks on this.
Inclusivity. Let's include women in all spheres of what we do, economically, socially, all these angles. Have them business-wise, and they have a lot to offer, and they have demonstrated that very consistently and very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is none other than Christine Curry, the Program Officer, the Ministry of Public Service. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It is a conversation that is still ongoing with the Zuri Awards, of course, talking about and, of course, identifying women who are doing extraordinary things in various sectors across the country.